Hello bonsai audience. Today I'm going to repot this reblooming lilac from its original nursery pot to a training pot or a basket. Um, so you can see it's almost a perfect time to repot. The buds on the plant has just started to swell, these buds, and which means the tree has started to push the energy it store in the roots from winter to the branches. And because the energy is in the branches, now it's the perfect time to prune the roots. And when the leaves open up, they quickly generate new energy and send back to the root to regenerate the roots. So this would be a perfect time to repot this tree. I'm going to take maybe a third of the original soil and add 2/3 of pumice, which is in the bag, white bag behind the plant, and put them into this training pot. There are several questions I would need to sort out. How deep the plant was planted, and you can see this is almost in a group planting. So 1, 2, 3. I will need to figure out whether these are indeed 3 different plants or it's just 3 different branches originated from the same root system. If they are 3 different plants, I can arrange them a little bit better so they have a better synergistic effect. If they are the same plant, I would need to think about a different strategy to make them look better. Okay, so before I repot, I'm just going to give it a spin, and you can see I always pick the best nursery stocked, although they are not very impressive bonsai yet, but within the nursery stocks, it's always the best one. So you can see it's already having some semblance of bonsai, and I just need to repot them, maybe rearrange the 3 trunks a little bit if they are indeed 3 different plants. And as usual, I normally take the tag of the plant and make a documentation with my videos. So let me see. So it prefers sun, and its hardness is zone 3 to 7, hardy to -40 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. Which is crazy. I think you can plant it even near the Arctic or something like that. It's 4 to 6, so it's not very tall, 4 to 6 inches tall. Oh, okay, 4 to 6 feet tall and 5 to 7 feet wide. It's like a shrub, and it blooms in spring and midsummer until fall. So it's a long blooming plant. It gives dark purple flowers. And as usual for the flowering plant, you normally prune right after it blooms. But for bonsai development, you can prune whenever the leaves are flushed out and hardened off. So prefer moist, well-drained soil, which is normal, and the fertilizer time, we don't have to listen to what they say. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the time lapse because repotting, we need to comb out the root system, take out the original soil, and prune the roots. Normally take several hours. So I'm not going to video the process in normal speed. I'm going to turn on the time lapse now. Okay, I just finished repotting my purple lilac in a training pot. Repotting is really the most intimate thing you can do to a tree. It's by repotting you really look under the surface of the tree and understand its root condition, how the roots spread out, and understand the current health condition of the tree and the history of the tree. You can do all that by repotting. And from repotting this tree, I confirm that this is indeed one tree. If you look at the beginning of the video, we did not know whether this is one tree or 3 trees in one pot. By digging, let's see, so the original soil line, you may be able to see it. The original soil line is here. So we dig down about 1 or 2 inches and find where the roots actually start to spread. This is indeed one tree. And so instead of making a group, I have to think about it as one individual tree. And I also discovered that this is a air layering from a larger lilac tree, in which people scrape off the bark of a branch and put some growing medium around the scraping place, and the roots come out above that place you scrape. And the reason I know that is after the root start to spread, there is still 3 inches of branch under that. So the roots is coming out from a branch, and there are about 3 inches of it under the surface root. So it's obviously a air layering. So I have to cut about an inch of that original branch from the bottom to create a shallow root base. I think next repotting, I still need to get rid of about an inch of that branch so that ultimately we have a completely flat root base. So only by repotting I can understand that where did this tree come from and its life history. And also I would like to show how much root I get rid of. Basically about, I think I get rid of about 2/3 of all the roots, and that's completely fine for a deciduous tree. And if you repot in the right time, which is when the bud start to swell on a tree, then the energy is no longer in the root, but it's being pushed into the branch. So you can cut a lot of roots, which would be fine. And after the leaves start to open, it will start to generate energy, and the leaves will instruct the root to grow again. So very quickly in this time, you would recover the roots. So in general, early spring would be the best time to repot, but it varies from trees to trees. I have some deciduous tree that bud out in January or even February, basically late winter, and I have some deciduous tree that bud out in May. So they would be different. For these trees, we would need to repot a little bit later. So but in general, if we repot in the right time, we can get rid of majority of the roots in a deciduous tree. However, it's different for a evergreen conifer. They tend to be more sensitive to root mass reduction. A rule of thumb, you can at most get rid of 1/3 of the root of a conifer, but for deciduous tree, you can easily get rid of 2/3, and the tree will have no problem surviving. So I also, since we discovered this is indeed one tree, I placed the tree in the angle. So here you are looking at the front of the tree, and it's slightly leaning forward and almost like it's nodding to you, which is a welcoming inclination to the tree. And also the root base in the front is actually a little bit more evenly spread out than the back, but you cannot see it because I already buried the surface root. But you can only see it. You can only see which side of the tree is the most beautiful when you repot, when you see how the root grow into the soil, how it's spread out, whether it's evenly spread out or you get some uneven roots or some gap without roots. When you repot, you see it most clearly. And so I decided, based on the root spread, this would be the front. And after deciding the front, I put in 2 wires two guide wires to bend some of the branches. So this branch originally it's going right to the viewer's face. So I put in a guide wire to hold it down and hold it out of the way, out of the front a little bit. And I also put in a guide wire on the other side to counterpart the force generated by the first guide wire, because I don't want the tree to topple over due to the guide wire. And currently I think the tree is looking very nice. The tree is leaning to the left, so I put the base of the tree a little bit to the right to give it some balance. And other than that, the tree is looking very, very good, and we can do a minor pruning. You can see the canopy is this branch is a little bit outside of the canopy, so that I can prune it a little bit so that it's get inside. Now we have a pretty good start of a deciduous tree pre-bonsai, and so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.